so early. Mazers, thank you so much for the 2 months. 2 months. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Best Tonka NA, thank you so much for the 2 months. Short of my Squirtle, hello. Clavier, hello. Is it Clavier? Clavier? Q-Lavier? How do you... I never asked what's the correct pronunciation of your name. Clavier? Clavier? Is that the GitHub set? This is not the GitHub set. This is GMK solarized. PH IUD, thank you so much for the 2 months in a row. What's the time for you? You can do exclamation time, I believe. One, right? Write that in Google Translate. Alright, we're gonna do this. Oh gosh, it's moving too fast. Pick French language. Make Google say it out loud. Okay. Google Translate. French to English. Oh, it means keyboard. I'm mind blown.
Clavier.
Oh, that's hard. What the heck? That's so like, so subtle.
Clavier. 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 Clavier.
Clavier. Clavier.
Clavier. Clavier.
Clavier. Clavier. All right. Well, today I learned both my guesses were wrong. Wait, what? What the heck happened? Nat just gifted 5 tier 1 subs. What? Thank you so much for gifting 5 subs, Nat. Nat's also mod. Nat trying to get those mod points. It's hard K? What's hard K? Oh yeah, how do you also say net? Because I know Soran said it in some European way, and I was like, whoa. Net. You just wrote his name. Net. Let's see if Google Translate works.
Knat. Knat.
Knat?
Knat.
Oh, that's what you mean by hard K.
Knat.
Knat. Z Possum, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. And Talisman, hello, thank you so much for the Talisman special. Thank you so much for the 1111 bits. Thank you, thank you. Oh, Talisman back on that leaderboard. Can I mind blow you even more? Try Claire from Dutch to English.
타이어십. Clavier.
Hey, that's the pronunciation I was thinking of.
Clavier.
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 What's clavier? What does it detect it in Korean as? RIP. Fruta, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Cruiser, thank you so much for the 2 months in a row. Exabir Racing, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Kind of coffee? It's a medium roast. You can do exclamation drink ham Kenobi to see what I am drinking for that day. I didn't have time to go to Phil's today. Woke up kind of late. Hello Nathan, I just woke up yesterday too long. Yeah, it seemed like you guys. How long did you guys chat for yesterday? TBH, I wanted to stream in a few hours. You're stealing my. You can stream if you want. Clavier. Oh, sorry. Clavier. You can stream. Maybe I can raid you or something. For Knat's nickname, use Swedish. What? There's a Swedish Google Translate? No, Swedish Google Translate is just Google Translate, no? Oh, Nat means inexperienced.
Knatte.
Oh no, this is what? This is different. What?
Knatte.
Knatte.
Knatte. Knatte.
It almost sounds like she's saying hinate.
Knatte.
Is there an H?
Knatte. 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 Knatte.
Hinate. That doesn't sound like Nat or Knat.
Knatte.
There's an H. What the heck? I'm not lying, guys.
Knatte.
Hinate.
Knatte.
Hinate.
Knatte. Knatte.
Hinata? Try Zombumon. Zombumon is Zombumon.
Sambumen.
Ooh, Zambuman. Buman.
Sambumen. Sambumen.
And it's an S, not a Z.
Sambumen.
Sambuman.
Sambumen. Sambumen.
Sambuman. Oh, you're Spanish.
Sambumon. Sambumon.
It's pretty
Sambumon.
good. Esto Muck, thank you so much for the 2 months in a row. Giggy No Re, thank you so much for the 2 months. KB Techno, thank you so much for the 3 months in a row. PP Munch, thank you so much for the 4 months in a row. I wonder what Taeha is in other languages.
Taeha.
What? Chortle, my Squirtle, you're making my morning too crazy. Holy. Thank you so much for 10 gifted subs. Holy, Chortle's up to 57 gifted subs. What the heck? Yo, Tyler, what's up? Oh man. Chortle. You're crazy. I'm woke now. Stream just started. What a chat.
Taeha.
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 What's Taeha in Swedish?
Taeha.
Tire?
Taeha.
Taeha? Dutch.
Taeha.
Oh, that sounds funky.
Taeha.
Sounds robotic.
Taeha.
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 Taeha. Finnish?
Taeha.
Oh, I kind of like that.
Taeha.
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 Taeha. Taeha.
Sounds dead inside. I wonder if it gets the Korean right.
Taeha. Taeha.
Oh, that's wrong. Yo, what? Kroy, what the heck? I thought you hated me, Kroy. Whoa, Kroy just gifted 20 subs. What the heck? What? It's almost like I should just have a subathon, an impromptu subathon. Holy moly, Kroy, thank you so much. I guess we should check Kroy, huh? What about Kroy?
It's Karo이 gifted a tier 1 sub to 제일로즈. They have given 125 gift subs in the channel.
Away.
What?
쿠로이. 쿠로이.
it says Kuroi right, but it doesn't say my name right.
Taeha,
That's not how you say Taeha in Korean.
Taeha,
GG. Anyways. Kuroi, thank you so much for gifting. Did you just gift another sub? Thank you so much for the gifts, Kuroi. Holy moly. Kuroi is Japanese? Oh. No, I do know my name in my own language. Alright, before today's build, I have some stuff to unbox. We have some more stuff to unbox. Alright, no leaks. Ta-da! We got a loot crate from Switchmod.net, one of my sponsors. Let's see what we got sent. So I asked Kralbit to lube me some switches. I wanted to see what the lube master's job felt like. Look at this message he sent me. It says thanks on one side. F you, no films. Welcome to my affiliate program. Yeah, I sent Kralbit lube to lube me some switches and he got mad that I sent him lube. XOXO. Yeah, I'll probably do a build with these in the future. Feels nice, feels nice. Kralbit is, if you guys don't know, is one of the progenitors of lubing switches. He's like one of the founders of lube. He probably has one of the most extensive knowledge when it comes to lubing. At least the progenitors. No, not progenitors. Alright, so Kralbit wanted me to show off his new tubs. Look at how much lube we have now. 3204 never lost. 3203 lick me baby. But yeah, I think Kralbit is going to start using these new tubs for his lubes. I don't know if they're better or worse. I usually send him my own tubs, so that's where all the 3204 went. Oh, it's too bright. Look at all this lube! Yo, this is packed. Kralbit packed this jar with lube. I'm guessing this is a bit more leak-free. Because I know some of the other tubs, they have had issues with leaking a little bit. Oh, this one's not as full. This one's a lot less. Feels bad. But yeah, Kralbit did say, I think he's going to be switching over to these tubs. I don't know if he's going to constantly be changing tubs. Maybe that's his thing, but yeah. Alright, so look at my lube collection. My lube collection is growing quite nicely. This is the first thing Mr. Kralbit sent us. Then we got some new springs. Kralbit is stocking up on springs, soon TM. We were sent 45 gram, 38 gram, 50 gram, 55. Oh wow, these are all super light. What the heck? Do I want to build switches these light? I don't know. These are really light. So these are all bottom out weights, which is really light. I think like a Cherry MX Red actuates around 45 grams. Could be wrong. But 45 gram is like usually the actuation rate for most standards. It's around the 40 to 50 range for actuation for most switches. But this is a 45 gram bottom out spring, so that's really light. And then Mr. Krelbit has his own stickers. Ooh, we got 3, holy. These are all pretty standard emotes in the keyboard community if you guys use them. I use them. I like this one, the nut. This is Krelbit's version of nut. Whenever something is dank, you just type in nut. And that's his nut version. Yeah, pretty nice. Pretty nice quality stickers too. Pretty nice. I think I saw... Yo, and then we even have the cap version of these. Yo, Pog, look at this. We got keycaps. We gotta have the whole collection now. I used to have one of these somewhere, but I forget where. Yo, razor thin, yeah, so these are pretty thin keycaps. But I mean, they're not meant to be super amazing keycaps, they're just mostly half meme, half artisanal keycaps. Oh, we gotta set one more spring, 52 grand. We have JTK Red Riot, and it's spilled out. Look, we have Red Riot. They're completely red. Oh, it's stuck together. I don't think that was Krelbit's hair. Yeah, so JTK sets come in these trays that are different from the GMK sets. Oh, not bad. Not bad. That's the best JTK set. Yeah. So JTK usually known for their inferior legending skills compared to GMK. But when you get blanks, it doesn't matter whether you have bad legending skills or not. Because there are no legends. I feel like Red Riot, it's a sleeper set. A lot of people thought whatever about it, and then once they actually shipped, people were like, "Ooh, I wish I had gotten in on them."
라이트.
Yuli, thank you so much for the 2 months. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Check box. What about the box? Yeah. Oh yeah, there was a Wattster. There's a Wattster and this that fell out. Yeah, I'll probably put this in some kind of red keyboard themed build. I don't know, maybe we can put it on today. We will see. I do wish there were more blank sets. Like if I would buy a blank version of all the GMK sets I currently own. assuming money wasn't a problem. I think most sets would look nice if they were also offered blink. And then you won't have people complaining about legending quality issues. Alright, thank you Mr. Krobit. So once again, you can purchase everything except for the keycap set on switchmod.net/Taeha-types. You get 4% off using my link. Blink Mr. Sleeves when? Mr. Sleeves. That's a questionable set. What made you stream earlier today? I have dinner plans tonight. With some, yeah. So I had to push the stream earlier. But Legend color changes up the sets. I feel like GMK Dots will be a major game changer. Imagine a Dots version of all popular sets. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Dots is very new. I like it. I'll probably join in on Dots. Dot Livian. Ooh, Oblasky, render us a Dot Livian. Taking me out tonight. Alright. Today we are building with Nas vintage blacks that were spring swapped with 68 grams sprit springs, and that should be a cyan color, but my camera's green is not that great. But yeah, they were switch filmed with cyan TX springs. I was also sent stabs, but not sure for what. Oh, pretty nice. I'll just keep these stabs. I'll just join these from the customer. McMax, McMick, thank you so much for 3 months. Because I already have stabs. Today's build, hopefully not too long. Ta-da! Because we are rebuilding the #1 Blackpink. Look at that fat oil. It's the grease. It's the lube I was. Cause I was just playing with lube. Yeah, this is from the lube. Here we have the Blackpink #1. So I actually did, this actually has been sold. This is my personal one, but it's been sold for quite a while. I sold this before I even got sponsored by Keycult. So no, I did not offload this with insider knowledge. I sold this around the time I sold my Alice. I just needed funds to up my production value, so Alice and #1 were some of the easiest things I could move. So unfortunately they went and sold a long time ago. But yeah, the customer finally got back to me with switches to rebuild it with, so we can send it off their way. Where do I get like good vintage black switches? Is there a good source or is it just a gamble? It's just a gamble. Literally a gamble for vintage blacks. Hi Taeha, what happened yesterday? I blacked out. Nothing happened yesterday. Yesterday's stream went well. That's about it. Alright. Let us remove the screws. Does custom keyboards run in the family? No. My parents don't really notice. I think my parents honestly like membrane keyboards more than mechanical. Like I've made my parents use like my nice customs, and they were like, I like the membrane dull one we have better. I was like, okay. My parents also think it's crazy people spend this amount of money on keyboards. Yeah. But they are supportive of, I think, of like Taeha types. It's not like I'm buying all the keyboards on stream. But yeah. Who's compliment? Hello, hello, hello. Is keyboard making your only job? Nope. This is not. I have a full-time job currently outside of keyboards. Only one screw came out. What? What do you think about Topper switches? Do I like them? I love Topper, yes. Topper is one of my favorite switches. So yeah, if you guys remember, this was built with Telios before. So I desoldered them. So let's go through the internals again. So the number one of the big differences between the number one and the number one revision one is the fact that the number one is gasketed on just one side. So you can see the gaskets here, those white strips, those are all rubber gaskets. But on the other side, so it's sandwiched like this. So the top part of the plate is gasketed, but the bottom is not. So you have the plate just resting on metal for the original number one. So that was one big change. The gasket material used is also different, I believe.
I so happy to be part of this community. Any idea when the keyboard meetup happening in a state near Connecticut, New York is happening next?
Ferric, thank you so much for the 2 months in a row. Welcome, welcome. There was just a meetup in New York like a month ago. But if you missed, at least the New York meetup, I think it happens once a year. I'm not too familiar with I know there are enthusiasts in Connecticut. I have a couple friends in Connecticut. You can always make a post though on Reddit. Most major states have like one official major meetup every year, but you're always more than welcome to organize your own. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so that's one major difference. The bezel size is also different, as noted. I did do a comparison between them on the number one revision one stream. Oh, this pink plate's so pretty though. This pink plate. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so that's the major difference. The bezel size is also different, as noted. I did do a comparison between them on the number one revision one stream. Oh, this pink plate's so pretty though. This pink plate. Yeah. All right. Yo, DJ Suede, your mom has a couple friends in CT. Okay, buddy. Yeah. The Blackpink #1 looks so nice. This is the Type Machina version, so you can see the Type Machina logo there. I wonder what they are up to nowadays. Type Machina. Whatever happened to Type Machina? Will they come back? Will they come back? Who knows? How did you sell that? Oh, well, I just needed money for funds to purchase my second cam that you guys are seeing. The lens for it, my light, my mic. My gear is not cheap. I mean, I could have credit carded it, but I would have rather just offloaded keyboards. Yeah. I sold it for you guys. All those haircuts. What do you mean, Tails? I only get my haircut like once every 3 weeks or so. It's pretty standard, I would say. Alright, so since this is a rebuild, hopefully the stabs are still good. Let's see. We'll see if we have to tune any of these stabs. What do you think of the Ampro 2? It's a good starting board. That's about it. If you're perfectly okay with the Ampro 2, that's perfectly fine as well. There's nothing amazing about the Ampro. I got mine every 5 months. See, I can't grow my hair out like that. I haven't cut my hair in 2 years. Are you guys female? Or are you guys just males with long hair? Gloomy Puffle, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Why is Ampro 2 not good? It's cheap. Plastic housing. Keycaps on it or whatever. The stabilizers, switches, all unlubed. Oh, these are plate mount vintage black NOS. Interesting. Oh, why is this so tight? If I press my keys really hardly, what switches should I? If you press your key really hardly, does that mean you're pressing it strong or like barely? Because you can hardly touch something and you can hardly touch something. You strong? You get what I'm saying? You can be a strong boy or a super light boy. Hardly ever use my keys. But yeah, if you're a heavy typist and you don't want to bottom out, you just need heavier springs. The Halo switches tend to be a little bit heavier. Hako switches are also a little bit heavier. Yeah, you can also purchase just aftermarket springs that are heavier than standard springs. Cherry MX Clears, also pretty heavy. Do you bottom out? Yeah, I do bottom out. That's probably like the last thing I'll work on with my typing stuff. Like I don't mind bottoming out, honestly, but I want to know, I want to try eventually to see if I can train myself to not bottom out, but I don't really prioritize that. Like I don't really feel fatigue from bottoming out, mostly because I use light switches and all that, but yeah, it's not too big of a worry for me. Nothing wrong with bottoming out. You see the new U80 video I did? It made me want to get a port Rama U80. I really want a port U80 now, but it's also $500. If I'm gonna spend $1,000 on a keyboard, it better write my essays for me. Good luck, buddy. This song's a bit loud. Why no fills? I woke up too late, that's why. I was gonna wake up at 9 a.m. so I could get ready and go to Phil's and make it back in time for stream, but I ended up waking around 10, so Phil's is a little bit too far for that. Yeah, we're doing Pete's today. Pete's, just a black Pete's. How do you feel about GK61 PCB? It's whatever. I've heard programming the GK61 is a nightmare if you do want to program your own custom layout. But I mean, it'll get the job done. Honestly, I used to hate black coffee. Me too. I used to hate black coffee. I used to hate coffee in general. But I just kind of slowly started drinking it and I got accustomed to it. Timmy 5127, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. We can go to soldering. Are Yok Trash Pandas cool, or should I wait for Inver? You can use Yok Panda. Yok Trash Pandas are perfectly fine. This one's so bent. Yo, Krelbit, hello. You missed my unboxing of your loot crate. I unboxed it first on stream. I'm building my first keyboard. What keys should I get? UK only. You should get a GMK keycap set. That comes with UK keycaps. That hair gives it that personal. I don't think it was your hair, but I don't know where that hair came from, Krobit. It's definitely not your hair. Destroy your. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. How are you so sure that is not his hair? I know Krobit. I know what he looks like. I know how long his hair is. But what if it was? Yeah, Krobit's also been on my stream before. So if you guys watch my streams, you guys should know what he looks like. Any Switch recommendations? That's a very vague question. But I do have commands that list some of my personal favorite Switches. Do you like Telios or Xylence better? I personally like Telios better. What are Switch films for? They help reduce wobble, Switch housing wobble, and they also make your Switches sound a little bit deeper. What was your first custom? My first nice custom is the Fiel. Can I combine Switch films and O-rings? Yes, Switch films and O-rings do not affect each other. MIG Plus, thank you so much for the 3 months in a row. Tier 3 sub, what? MIG Plus, thank you so much for the Tier 3 sub. Ooh, MIG Plus, one of the few people who can use the Taeha Pepe. The rare and exclusive Taeha Pepe. Ooh, he's flexing that Taeha Pepe. Soram, please. Some of these pins are so bent. It's kind of hard to put it in. TT Tears and TT Drink. Well, there's TT Sip, Zombumon. There's TT Sip. Or, yeah, Taeha Sips. Why is this so tight? There we go. Oh, maybe it's the switch housing not fully. Should I get solderable U80 or hot swap? Up to you. Depends on if you want to hot swap your U80 or if you want to solder in a switch. No right or wrong. Suggestions for a linear that's somewhere between GAT red and GAT yellow and actuation force. GAT yellows are what, like 60, 62, 60 gram bottom out. So you probably want a, there's no stock switch I think with what you're looking for, but you probably want to get aftermarket springs that are rated around 55 grams. Any delays for CRP? Yeah, big rip. Feels bad about the CRP delay. I just wanted some nice PVT keycaps. Plug what? Excited for the Polaris case dropping soon. Yeah, Polaris. I think a lot of people are excited and waiting for it. I did not do a good job soldering. There's some solder left. How often do you put foam in your keyboards? I only really put foam if I feel the need to. Usually for cases with a lot of empty internal space. Sorry about the dogs, my neighbor's dogs. For a client, yes, this is for a client. What are the benefits of HHKB Win keyless? There's no benefit really, it's just preference. Some people prefer the aesthetics of them. Some people swear by the layouts. Yeah, just a matter of choosing the form factor you like. Did Taeha sell this number one? This number one, yes. This actually sold a long time ago. Just the customer needed time to send me switches. I finally have these switches. Also, Win keyless resale value is typically 100 to 200 more for some dumb reason. See, I don't know if that's going to be the case anymore, Krobit. So like within like the hardcore enthusiasts, yeah, Win keyless is probably more popular. But like all these new people joining, they don't really appreciate or understand Win keyless. I feel like all these new people might prefer Win key over Win keyless, at least for now. we've got to wait for this new generation of newbies to like mature, and then maybe they'll start looking for the Win keyless. Like all these people who are joining who have no idea about keyboards, I feel like would go for the Win key over the Win keyless. I use my left Win key but not my right Win key. I'm out of here, guys. Have a good stream. Love you, drink water, sit up straight. Yes, Lark Carps. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, that's bent to oblivion. They will bring custom roamer G keys, yikes. What is the advantage of Win keyless? There is no advantage of Win keyless other than aesthetics, in my opinion. Unless you're someone who absolutely hates having a lot of keys in your bottom row, there's no real objective advantage of Win keyless. I still find it crazy how many people discovered the hobby in the 7 months I was gone. Oh, WGM, yeah. A lot of people, a lot of people. I feel like we need some market research to be done. We need to take like a RMK census and ask people, how long have you been in the hobby and how did they enter the hobby? And then we should use that data using machine learning and AI in the cloud on a blockchain to see what we can do with such data. The Win keyless users use GUI keys. Yes. So all the keyboards I build on stream are fully programmable. So that's why I think that's the biggest misconception people have. People think that once you have a Win keyless keyboard, you lose your Windows key. But that's not the case. We just program it somewhere else. Like the Windows key may not exist physically in its correct spot, but we have it programmed on our keyboard still. RMK senses nothing but pudding caps. How would you define being into this hobby? I would define being in this hobby as... That's a good question, actually. That's a good question. What would define being in the hobby? I guess I would define being in the hobby being that you keep up with the news of like the latest products that are coming out. I feel like that's probably a requirement. Like you gotta have interest. I would say you have the interest to own custom keyboards. It doesn't have to be expensive. But like I feel like, yeah, you should have the desire and intention to have a custom build eventually. I mean, not everyone has the means to, so that's a different story, but wow, this is so tight too. So many buzzwords. Yes, this is an aluminum plate. Oh my gosh, so tight. Is there a company that you would say makes the best switches? Alps, but they died. If I'm being honest, I feel like Gatoron switches are better than Cherry switches. Like Cherry hasn't done much in these years. Like people still like Cherry switches, but to get Cherry switches, in a position where hardcore enthusiasts will like using them requires a lot of modding. I mean, so do Gatorons, but I feel like Gatorons require less work. And yeah, I have some background, I have some insider info. Gatoron's doing some crazy stuff. I can't tell you guys, but Gatoron, I feel like in a year or two they might be the de facto over Cherry switches for stock keyboards, unless Cherry has something up their sleeve. The Schmiz, thank you so much for the 5 months in a row. Gatoron making moves indeed. Oh crap, I forgot this. I need to suck this one out because I desoldered this poorly. Buy Gatoron. Well, no, I don't think we'll ever see Gatoron switches becoming like holy pandas, but yeah, Gatoron is constantly doing stuff. Maybe Cherry just isn't as public about it, but yeah. 100 hander bait soul sets have, oh gosh, please no, I want my refund. Yo Nathan, what's up? You saw Blackpink? You got clickbaited. No, yeah, well, I mean, it's not a keyboard that I'm sending to Blackpink, but it is a Blackpink themed keyboard we are building today. So we haven't soldered or anything, but this is what the keyboard finished product will look like. I have shown this off before, but yeah, we're rebuilding it with some switches. He's disassembling Jenny Jisoo Rose Lisa. Yeah. Looks like an Oreo with pink filling. By the way, I saw KVD fans selling some Hako switches, but they have a box-like design. Any info about that? I don't understand your question, Ikta. That's been around for quite a while now. Hako switches are box switches. Yes, that is true. Halo switches are not box switches. Are you a member of a K-pop band or are you too old for it? I feel like I'm beyond the age of K-pop bands. I feel like a lot of people don't realize how young K-pop artists are. I'm from Big Bang, what do you mean? Yeah, most K-pop artists debut around the age of like high school age, like 15. And by the time you're like 25 or like older, 17 now, yeah, like you're technically like old blood. Except for Sojin. Sojin's my bias. She is old, but she's still nice. Sojin's hella old, but she looks beautiful still. Sojin from Girls' Day. Well, I mean, they're no longer together, but when she was active, Sojin was fairly old for a K-pop group. Wait, no, just kidding. When I'm not streaming, I am an active member of Momoland. That's me, Taeha from Momoland. I knew it. The one guy from Momoland. Let me solder in some anchor switches. I can get sponsor time. Super Junior has old members. Are they even still active? I don't think they officially disbanded, but they haven't made music in a while. Yeah. I mean, I mean, Super Junior also they're different. Like they're like they're not like OG, but like they have a bit of history with like Korea. I gotta go. It's 3 a.m. over here. Gotta go sleep. Have a good stream. Thank you for stopping by. Weeb Korea Boo. You planning on streaming till the late evening? I don't know how late you mean. I'll probably be done within like the next hour or two. What is a great Holy Panda alternative? Zelios V2s? Holy Chickies? Did you start early? Yes, I did start early. I normally don't stream until 3:30 on
러브
Saturday.
여스트림 파운드와 유튜브 앤드 리브 퍼스웨이드 등의 인투 스팸 등 나츠 어브 머니한 키보즈 베스트 커뮤니티 워스트 포어 마이 와일러
Mod X-Man, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Whoa, thank you so much. Yeah, keyboard hobby is not good for your wallet currently. I don't know if it will ever be. The keyboard hobby has never been good for your wallet. I don't see it becoming good for your wallet anytime in the near future. How do you program a Dolce CR if you have MacBook? I'm not sure what program you need to use to program a Dolce CR. You would need to I'm sure the group by page should explain it, no? Can't watch for long now. Oof, rip. As soon as something becomes cheap, something better comes along that is more expensive. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there will always be luxury items that people want. Even if more cheap and affordable products come out, there will always exist the luxury and high-end segment. The SWAT night, whoa, hello. Talking about spending way too much money, I still want to get myself a board with glorified rubber domes. You should get Topra. Topra is what you're looking for. Moretta, thank you so much for the tier 2 sub. Whoa, tier 2. Hello, hello. Thank you. Do you still have your AEK64? Nope. I sold that a while ago. Oh yeah, I had the opportunity to try an HHKB and I want one myself, but to get the white version I'd have to drop like 200. Oh, you're in Germany. Feels bad. Yeah, the customs fees, not fun when you live internationally. Yeah. Am I married? No, I'm not. He's married to me. How much money was a custom board that is cheap but still better than higher? Depends on your form factor, but I would say you probably want to spend at least a couple hundred. Yeah, types is mine. Yo, Dixie, please. What if you are a taken man, Dixie? Have you ever spilt your drink while you were drinking it and soldering? Nope. Never have I spilt liquids while streaming. Never lost, baby. Never lose. Have you ever received a broken PCB? I have. I have received broken PCBs in the past. Lost. What do you think of the Tofu 65? I'm trying to find a good 65 without block. Tofu 65 is a great choice. Great choice. Where can I get Holy Skies? I'm actually not sure. I've never bought Otemu switches. I'm not a huge fan personally. Yeah, where do people buy Otemu switches? What desk mat is that? This desk mat is from dixiemech.com/Taeha types. Today's the last day to order it. So if you want one, order it now. It's $17 plus shipping. 900 by 400 by I think 4 millimeters. Today's the last day to buy it. Alright. It's a good transition into our sponsor time because I have finished all the anchor spots. So the first sponsor we have is DixiemEch. I do have affiliate links for most of my sponsors. Please consider using them if you want to help the channel out. They are linked in my panel down below. But yeah, dixiemech.com/Taeha types. Today is the last day to pick up these floral desk mats. Who knows if they will ever be restocked. DixiemEch also stocks some Taeha type stickers if you want to throw that into your order. SA Bliss going live on July 1st. GMK Dracula coming out in Q4 of this year. Lots of cool stuff coming out on DixiemEch. Dixie's Bauer keyboard also to be released soon. TM. I worry, how are people going to buy all these stuff? There's too many products coming out. Too many nice products too. And like how many people bought Oblivion? I think like 3,000 base kits sold? Well, what? Mod Man, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Whoa, thank you. Thank you so much, Mod Man. You guys got gifted a sub by Mod Man. Be sure to show your thanks. Taeha types, you earn rewards on my site to save money. Oh, yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Dixie's the only person to do something like this currently. But Dixie does have a rewards program. So the more you spend, the more you save. How does that work, huh? You gotta spend more to save more. Yeah, DixiemEch. The next ended up being around 3.5k Oblivion base kits, including the ortho. Yeah, that's crazy. The next sponsor we have is KBD Fans. KBD Fans, the go-to place to kickstart your keyboard journey if you're looking for a budget, entry-level friendly keyboard kit. Whoa.
You are such an awesome person and I really hope you will able to do this full time.
Turtle. Thank you so much for the 500 bits. Thank you. Glad you enjoy what I do. I hope you don't go broke from all the support. Angry Korea, hello. That's a new username too. Yeah, KBD Fans, tons of budget-friendly options there. We built a build entirely from parts you can get from KBD Fans last night. So check out that VOD when it drops. I regularly use and showcase products from KBD Fans. The next sponsor we have is Keycult. We are currently using a Keycult board. We are also building a Keycult board. If Keycult had stock options, Keycult is a company you should be investing in right now. Yeah, Keycult makes some fantastic, beautiful looking keyboard kits. Join their newsletter to be informed of all their latest news and releases. Is Keycult the actual keyboard or only the PCB? Both. Keycult sells the keyboard case and PCB and plate. The next sponsor is Kono. Head on over to kono.store. And Drew Keys, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. You can currently join SA Granite. The interest check for GMK Merlin, run by a good friend, Mech Merlin. Go show your support for Mr. Mech Merlin. He is one of the reasons why QMK exists, and your PCB works with QMK. So if you want to support the man's Mech Merlin, join the interest check. You can also get some cool keyboards on kono.store. So consider checking out Kono. Next up we have Novel Keys. Novel Keys also stocks my stickers. And I do have a discount code with Novel Keys. NK Space Types gets you 5% off any in-stock item. GMK Olive will be ending. Oh, it ends today actually. Today is the last day for GMK Olive. GMK Korean Beige also running. Highly recommend this set. And Novel Keys stocks tons of desk mats and switches. Next up, we have switchmod.net/Taeha types. That's where I get all my lubes from, and we unboxed their loot crate on stream earlier. You can get some cool stickers, keycaps, and debatably cool keycaps, such as Hander Bait. GMK Sandstorm by Zombumon will also be proxied through Switchmod. And Crowbit also has springs, cat weedy springs. And last but not least, we have zealpc.net/Taeha types. You can get some extremely smooth, extremely tactile, extremely silent switches. If you spend $150 on Zeal's website, you get free shipping if you're in the US, $200 if you live internationally. And it's not hard to spend $150 on Zeal's website. Make sure Taeha Types does not get his refund. I would like a refund on my GMK Hander Bait. What am I building for Afromo? He has not settled on something yet. But I think he's also been kind of busy lately. Lube versus unlubed Zelios V2s. I would say you should lube Zelios V2 for sure. I mean, they're already smooth as it is. They're kind of noisy though. Should definitely lube the springs at a minimum. But yeah, I highly recommend you lube every switch. Curious, what are your thoughts on the recent #1 revision 1 raffle? You mean the Victory auction? There's not much to talk about the raffle. Do you recommend spring swaps on Holy Pandas? I think the stock Panda spring is perfectly fine. You just have to lube it. The spring is a bit noisy, the stock spring. So definitely lube the spring. Hey, can you greet me? Oh, West Africa, what's up? I recognize your username. My thoughts on the auction. I personally, so I know some people have been upset with the auction. I personally don't think the Victory auction is bad. I think the selling price is a bit crazy. As much as I love Keycult, I don't think I would ever pay the selling price for a Keycult keyboard, and especially the #1 revision one. Like if it was the #2 stainless steel, like that's a little bit more understandable. But for the #1, I don't think I would ever pay that price, despite how much I like the Keycults. Yeah, I mean, I personally don't think the Victory auction was bad at all. Ah, dang it. I also think that for anyone trying to do Victory auctions in the future, they should do it at the end of a save. See, I don't know. So there's... So Zombumon was the first to do a Victory auction with his Vern. And he held the auction first before doing the raffle. Keycult did it the other way, where they did the raffles first and then held the Victory auction at the end. I think there's pros and cons to both. So Keycult's, actually I don't know if I'm allowed to speak. I don't know if Keycult has said this publicly, but I think I think if you run the Victory auction first, I think it's more beneficial for the seller. Cause like now, Zombumon, people might have been on the fence about the Vern, but when they see that the Victory auction sold for $750, now people might be like, oh, maybe the Vern is a product I want to buy. So from the designer and seller's point of view, the Victory auction might help you out in that sense. Because people were thinking, oh, maybe it's a $400 board, but now they see others putting it at a much higher price point, and then now they're like, ooh, okay, maybe I do want this board. So like that's maybe the reason. That's maybe one reason why you might want to run the victory auction first, because it might help you out with your sales. One reason why you might want to run the victory auction second, Pupio, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub, is that it gives more people a chance at saving money, I suppose. Because if you run the victory auction first, right, like, yeah, everyone who pays that amount is guaranteed that product, but those same people could have also won the raffle and paid less. So running a victory auction second is more beneficial for the consumer. I just ran the victory auction first because I wanted to test it. Yeah, I'm not saying this is why you guys did it the way it is. I'm just saying my viewpoints on the pros and cons of running it first and second. Yeah, I'm not speaking. Let it be known, I am not speaking for Zombimon or Keycult. These are my thoughts. But yeah, if you run a victory auction first, it's good marketing. It helps generate news and buzz around your board or product. So that might help you out with your raffle sales. If you run it second, it gives your customers a bit more of a fair chance, I suppose. It also wakes the flippers up. See, I don't know if I like, yeah, it wakes flippers up. I think the only con to having these kind of auctions, so I know a lot of people are complaining about the fact that both Zombimon and Keycult, they should have just raised the retail price instead of running these auctions. Because it enables people to automatically flip at a higher price. And I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, whether the auction happened or not. If there were these amount of people willing to pay over market price, they would have done so behind closed doors or even publicly, and then word would have spread, and then I think it would have naturally gone to these price points. But yeah, like Krobit said, the only con, I think, is like it's a huge flash signal to all the flippers. Oh, this is an opportunity for you guys to join in and flip. I think that's the only con. But yeah, I don't think the argument of it enables more flipping is true. I think regardless of whether the victory action happened or not, it would have reached these prices, maybe even higher. Like, it might have even gotten higher without the victory auction, I feel like. But yeah. Pupio, thank you so much for the Switch Prime sub. Who lubed your switches in your A17? Those were lubed by Tomu with VPF 1514. Watching this while you head up to Austin. Oof. Hope you have a safe drive. Tyson. I think if only the top 11 bids were publicly released after the auction, it would not allow the flippers to know what the non-winners would pay for one. It would allow the non-flippers to know. It would not allow the flippers to know what the non-winners would pay for one. I don't think so, Dixie. So as soon as the winning bid is released, you can already deduce there are tons of people who are willing to pay a price in between the winning bid and retail price. It's not like the names were released or like any information. But yeah, I feel like as soon as the winning bid is released, it's already clear there are people willing to pay a price point in between that range. So I feel like that does, I personally don't think that would change much. As of right now, anyone who got one in the raffle, they can just go look at bids 12 to 15 and know there is literally a person who will want to buy it for those prices. I mean, maybe it might help. Maybe that might help the sellers who are trying to flip at a more reasonable rate. But I don't know. Yeah. Like regardless, if a flipper comes out and posts and tries to flip it at a price lower than the winning bid, it won't matter because they're technically not flipping it for as high as they can. I think so. Like the Victory auction, or just making conversation. Yeah, like I feel like the Victory auction price almost establishes like almost a cap at a 0.2. Cause you try to flip for more than Victory, you'll get shafted. You try to flip at a lower price than the Victory, it's gonna happen eventually. Anyone know if there will ever be a KBD fans T1 restock? I doubt it. Have you watched the Rama's U80 video? Of course I have. Of course. Fantastic video. Makes me want to get a U80 myself, but it's so expensive. If you've got any sort of opinion on the Night Fox or White Fox from Kono store, it's a decent keyboard for the price. Yeah, I would recommend it. I've played around it quite a bit. If you like the layout and the color scheme, I say go for it. I solder everything? Just a quick question, where are some good places to get desk mats from? dixiemech.com/Taeha or novelkeys.xyz and use promo code NK_types. Where'd my keycap? Oh, my keycaps. You forgot to use your affiliate for the desk mat order? Oh my, come on, Pub Goku, how you gonna do me like that? I'm just kidding. What keycaps are on my revision 1? GMK solarized. Oh, I missed Sir Kimbo. Thank you so much for the 3 months in a row with Twitch Prime. Thank you, thank you. Can I ban him? Oh wow, that's interesting. The Type Machina #1 supported ISO, but the revision 1 I don't think supports it. Stepped caps lock or nah? I personally prefer regular caps lock, but a lot of people like stepped caps lock. If you're asking for my personal opinion, I like standard caps lock better, non-stepped. Let's see how straight these mods are. Ooh, left side. Super straight. The right side's not that bad actually. Not that bad. Mog Genius, hello. How are you doing, Mog Genius? Smoff, hello. How are you doing, Smoff? we're good? Does that look straight? Let us test this PCB. This uses mini. Dang it. Sorry if noobish question, but how come you have to straighten them out in the first place? Shouldn't the plate hold the switch straight? No. So when you have plates that support multiple layouts, they, at least so for the alphas, they'll be straight, yes. But for the mods, like if your plate supports both ANSI and ISO, your enter key and pipe key most likely will not be straight. I mean, it can be straight, it's possible, but you should definitely check. This is function key, yes. Yeah. Let me show you what I mean by universal plates. Let's see. What's a good example of a Swiss cheese plate? KBD fans 60 plate. Oh yes, this works. So if you take a look here, like right here, look at this giant space. Your switch won't be sitting securely in here. Look at this bottom row. Your switches in your bottom row will not be sitting straight because it's only being secured in most cases only on 2 sides instead of 4. So yeah, you need to check for straightness here. Even for the shifts, it's only being secured on 2 sides as opposed to 4 sides. So when you have plates like this that aren't fixed, you need to check for straightness. So in the community, we call PCBs and plates like this Swiss cheese. It's just got so many cutouts. This is what you would consider a Swiss cheese plate. But if you go on somewhere like Keycult, take a look at their plates. Buy stuff. They only have partial plates. Well, okay, I mean this still supports some universality, but at least for left shift, you can tell that's a fixed left shift, that's a fixed enter, fixed pipe key. Backspace, right shift, you still need to straighten to make sure, but at least a bit more options are restricted so you can rest assured that those are straight. Because this plate does not support ISO. Thank God mine is straight when I built my DC60. Yeah, it's possible you can get it straight on your first try, but highly recommended that you check. And Smoff, yo, thank you so much for the $10 tip. Your boy is tired. Go to sleep, Smoff. I thought this was a EU friendly stream. Do you get 100% from your Patreon donations? No, so Patreon, I mean any platform you use, they will take a cut because they need to operate too, but Patreon takes the least. I think Patreon takes like 5 to 10% at most, which is a lot better than Twitch's subscription, which takes half. Yeah, I don't know, I'm considering, I don't even know why I have a Patreon. Because like Patreon and Twitch subs is kind of like double dipping, and I haven't really provided that much incentive for people to support me on Patreon yet. Although my Patreon only Discord, pretty spicy. Tons of cool leaks and behind the scenes there. Sponsors will tend to leak stuff on my Patreon only Discord. But yeah, it's also odd because like I said, like your sub count is a metric that Twitch cares about. So like if people support me only on Patreon but not Twitch, it's like, I don't know if that's like a win-win or a lose-lose situation. Alright, what keycaps? Should we put Jamon on this? We haven't shown off Jamon on stream yet. What keycaps will go well with this? Do you recommend soldering PCBs for beginners? I would say so. Soldering is not as hard as it seems. Do they make a spring in between 67 and 78 gram? Yes, there are 68 gram springs, 70 gram springs, 72 gram springs. I don't know if there's a 75, but yeah, there are in betweens. Yeah, that is true. So if you're like a top streamer, Twitch will give you more of the cut, but it's still a decent cut. Like I'm pretty I mean, I could be wrong, but if you're like at the status of like Summit or Ninja or like Tfue, Twitch will reduce their cut, but I feel like it would still be at least like 20%, which is more than what Patreon. Patreon guarantees that they will take 10% at most. Twitch provides a lot to streamers. Their platform is extremely expensive to run. That is true, yeah. That is very true. And like Twitch does, they require a lot more bandwidth and infrastructure than something like Patreon does. That's understandable. You should ask Ninja to make a custom keyboard for him. Is he sponsored by like any company? Skeleton, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Aren't you supposed to not talk about the contents of the contract? Man, no. It's public knowledge that Twitch takes half the cut of subs. That's public knowledge. I'm pretty sure. I know tons of people say it publicly too. Yeah. I don't think that's under NDA or anything. Alright, let us assemble. Shh, don't speak. Yeah, that's like public knowledge. It's not something Twitch tries to hide or anything. Yeah, that is fair game for me to talk about. Alright, why is this not closing? There we go. What headphone amp are you using? That's not technically an amp. It does have a built-in amp and DAC, but I'm using the RME Babyface Pro. It's mostly an interface I use for my mic, but it has a decent built-in amp head DAC I can survive with for now. It's not the right screw. Are Gatoron yellow switches nice? Yes. Wow, a lot of people have been asking about Gatoron yellows as of late. Why does everyone want to know about Gatoron yellows? Is some big person using Gatoron yellows? Do creams still have the leathery feel? Nope. The review video I did of mine is invalid. They have been fixed in the production run. Decent. LOL RME makes some of the highest end studio audio equipment. No, I know that, but like, no one buys the Babyface Pro because of their DAC or amp, right? Like you buy the Babyface Pro because of its functionality as an interface and the inputs and what's it called? Like when the I know the Babyface Pro has like really low latency. That's like a selling point of the Babyface Pro. But like eventually I would want a dedicated stack. What's your plan to move out of an SF apartment to your house? Oh, I don't know about a house. Buying a house in this day and age, you need a lot of monies. Shit stack? I'll probably get some form of shit stack, yeah, eventually. Or just move out of NA. If I moved out of NA, I'd have no more build streams. Who's gonna ship internationally for me to build keyboards? I mean, I guess I could pivot to like a gaming streamer or IRL streamer at that point, but probably wouldn't do so well. Getting anything but a super high-end expensive DAC amp would be a step down. You think so from Hangman, from this? So what would you recommend as the upgrade from my built-in DAC on my Babyface Pro? So I'm slowly dipping into the audiophile world, slowly. But I don't have the means to. I want the Yggdrasil just because it sounds so cool. But I know that's like, I'll probably never be able to afford a Yggdrasil. That looks nice though. I want a Yggdrasil just because the name is so cool. All right, man. The number 1 nude. Looks so nice with the pink plate. Buy audio gear for the name, not the sound. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not an audiophile expert by any means. I know close to nothing. But I do have big ears. I'm sensitive to sound. So I can pick things up, I feel like. I noticed a huge difference when I got this amp and I moved from just feeding audio direct from my sound card and then putting in my headphones in the amp. Oh, it was a night and day difference. Like I understood the difference. So yeah, I mean I do have interest, but It's expensive. Nesquick, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Alright, what keycaps? What keycaps? Do your ears scrape against the drivers of headphones? I don't think so. I haven't had an issue with that, I think.
틀리즈맨 솔루션즈 기프티드 어티어 1섭 2V 데이 해브 기본 23 기프트 서브즈 인 더 채널.
Oh, Talisman Solutions, thank you so much for gifting a sub. Bruh, Talisman gifting me a sub in every channel. Alright. We can do Modern Dolce. We can do Miami Nights again. We can do Jamon. We can do Pristine. $9009. Can do white on black. Can do Olivia. Yeah, let's stop for now. That's enough sets. Everyone go vote on Ray's link. Miami Nights is winning. Olivia with Jamon mods? What? Does anyone know any good TKL cases that are not on the expensive side? KBD fans, 8X. It's probably the only one. When are you going to do the state of the collection stream vid? What do you mean by that, Scott Tarlow? Opinion on GMK Handerbite? I hope it fails. I want a refund. I want a refund. Okay, I'm gonna start putting sets back away. Looks like Olivia, maybe? White on black, looks like not going to win. 9009, looks like not going to win. Pristine, oh, not gonna win for sure. Jamon? Maybe? Miami Nights? Possibly. Modern Dolce? Not popular. Looks like Miami Nights it is. We're still sticking with Miami Nights. Alright. I don't know if I've seen what color combo possibly goes with this colorway though, other than Miami Nights. Doing it again will be boring though. Executive decision. We have seen this often. Do I make executive decision? White on black with Miami Nights mods. I don't, maybe. I don't have GMK KA 2017. Alright, executive decision, no Miami Nights. We're gonna do Hamon. We've never seen Hamon on a keyboard on our stream yet. We're gonna go with the Cute Pig set by, ooh, look at this rare vintage Zambuma logo. If you guys kept your casings from your old Zambumon keycap sets, this is now an OG Zambumon logo. You won't see this on any new GMK sets. Willing to sell just this, $100. OG vintage Zambumon logo. Flipping box. Alright. We're going to use the harmonalities. Gotta put the egg on the escape. What switches? This is using vintage blacks. Escape key. This won't work, but I support it. Yeah, I mean we've seen this tons of times with Miami Nights. This is just to showcase Hamon. We haven't seen Hamon yet. Anyways, I'm gonna head out, guys. See you later. Thank you for stopping by, man, and hope to see you tomorrow. It's not that bad. At least from my point of view, you can't see the pink. You don't see the side. From my view, at least. Why are you putting keycaps on your shirt? This is the patented Taeha types nipple putting method of keycaps. So when you buy GMK keycap sets, it comes in a tray like this. And you can grab it, but it's hard. You gotta shuffle around and like use your nails. It's not a surefire way. The surefire way is to grab your keycaps by the side, place them on your nipples, reposition, then boom. Never lost. Look at how quick that was. Ooh, white enter? Let's go for white enter. Praxilic, thank you so much for the 2 months in a row. Chortle my Squirtle, thank you so much for the 10 bits. Yo, easy, hands down. If there's ever a GMK cat pudding competition, use my method, never lose. No bant. That nipple test, that nipple lock deserves some bits. Do we go white arrow keys or red arrow keys? Oh, tons of whites. Guess we will go white. Hey, Jamon looks pretty good on black. If you ignore the pink, looks pretty good.
기그보이
Raider Albert, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Yeah, it's not that bad. At least from where I seen, you don't see the side pink, so from my point of view, it just looks like a black board with GMK Jamon. And the pink actually kind of like dissolves into a red. Jajan! We have completed today's build. Some people just want to watch the world burn. We have the number 1, OG number 1. Oh, Mod X-Man, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Revision 0, built with Nas Vintage Blacks. Lubed with Krytox 205 Grade 0, using 68 gram TX 68 gram Sprit springs and switch filmed, rocking Zambumon's GMK Jamon. Side? This is the side. It's not that bad. This is still better than Hander Bite. Not that bad. Could be a lot worse. There are worse GMK sets out there than this color combo. Whoa, Mod Man! Thank you so much for another 5 gifted subs. Holy, we've been on a gifting sub train this weekend and last weekend. Thank you so much, Raider Albert. Thank you so much for the 1 bit too. It's not that bad. Could be worse. Top view, see from here you can't really tell. It just looks like black and red board. Jamon looks pretty nice. Jamon is very nice. It looks like an eyesore. I know. I know it's not the best. But we've seen too many number 1s with Miami Nights. It's like literally what everyone uses on their number 1. I forgot the Blackpink. As a graphic student, this hurts my eyes. Alright. Shall we see what this board sounds? Shall we hear what this board sounds like? Can we get the guesses started, mods? Ooh, and today we're gonna switch to typings.gg. Should we do it 10, 25, 50? Oh no, I was told Brian O reached out to me. I think I saw a message. What did he say? Just type time, then Alt plus M. I can do time. Where's the... Oh, now it has times. Yo, this is lit. Yo, yeah, I asked him, could you add a timer function? So now we're no longer choosing the number of words, but this is the number of seconds for the typing test. So let's do a 60-second typing test. All right, let's see how well this works. Okay, let's see how the timer works. 3, can't see. 2, 1. Oh, redo. No. Oh man, 120. Nobody guessed 120. Okay, so the timer is kind of interesting. It's kind of hard to see because when you're so focused on typing, like once you start typing, like the timer starts dropping here, and then you just kind of have to check for when it stops and it finishes here. All right, let's see what the mods sound like. Damn, this is a good spacebar. It's consistently even sound throughout the whole spacebar. Ooh, enter, pretty sounds pretty nice. These are pretty decent vints. They are Nas, but not bad. Not bad. The Tree 103016. Thank you so much for the 3 months. Another tier 2 subber. Whoa, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Alright, so we can actually compare these two. So this is using these are Nas Vintage Blacks, 68 gram, lube with Krytox 205 grade 0. These are retooled blacks, lubed with Trebosis 3204, 62 gram springs, switch stickered. So this is the number 1. This is the number 1 revision 1. You can do a somewhat even comparison, I guess. They're both using GMK sets. Both are using aluminum plate. Interesting. So one thing to note, this build is lubed thicker than this build. Not that that's a bad thing, but this was lubed by Remski with Crytox 205 grade 0. This was lubed by me with Turbosis 3204. So the lube used itself is thinner on this, but I do feel like this has a lighter coat than these switches. I feel like the #1 revision 1 sounds clackier. It sounds clackier, if that makes sense. This #1 sounds a little bit deeper toned, I would say. So if you're looking for the thok, I would say this #1 has more of a thok than this #1 revision 1. But once again, it is different. So this is gasketed only on one side. This is gasketed on both sides. And the typing angle is also different. So the #1 is a denser, heavier case. The #1 revision 1 is a lighter, less angled case. Yes, the revision 1 is lighter, so that also will contribute to the sound. This is just significantly heavier and denser. There's just more material. This is lighter. So yeah, just a slight difference. Same board, pretty, I mean, different configurations, but not too different in my opinion. It's a somewhat comparable difference.
임시비생크스 포어 being a good streamer.
Raider Albert, thank you so much for the 200 bits. I'm 12. Thanks for being a good streamer. Oh wow, nice stocks, but thank you so much. I feel like this board sounds more consistent between the mods and alphas. Like if that's what you're looking for this board, I feel like the difference between the mods and the alphas is a bit more noticeable. I don't think that's a bad thing. I personally like accent mod noises now. That's one of the reasons why I stopped playing the Band-Aid mod. Like mods tend to be a little bit louder, and I didn't like that when I first started off in the hobby, but now I'm all about the loud accent mods. Let's go, nice switches. I'm gonna miss my #1. I'm gonna miss this bad boy. My Blackpink Jenny. I'm gonna miss her. But sacrifices must be made. Feels bad. Alright. I'm crushed too. Wait, you're selling it? This has been sold for a long time. I actually sold this like even before my Keycult sponsorship. That's how I funded some of my stream upgrades. Yeah, feels bad. Well, I'm off to a good sleep. Have a good rest of your day, Nathan. Thank you, Amit420. Send it off with a lick. No, I can't do that. Any questions, comments, concerns? We're about to end the stream. Please follow me on all my socials. Who can we raid today? Who's online? Oh, Wicked's online. Let's give Mr. Wicked a raid. Beast Troll's online too. Fudge. We'll raid Beast. We raided him a couple times. We never raided Wicked. We gotta get on Wicked's radar. Oh, P-Leaf is online. We'll give her a raid some other time. Tired of gamers? Yeah, but Wicked's a VIP gamer though. Talisman. I think I'm gonna give Wicked a raid today. Raider Albert, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Raid me? Are you online, Clavier? You're not even online. Zang2118, thank you so much for the 300 bits. Alright, I will be streaming tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. No, I'm falling asleep. Yeah, hopefully I can give you a raid eventually. Clavier. Yeah, tomorrow's build will be for Whoops as well. If you guys watch Whoops. What should we tell Wicked? What should be our catchphrase for Wicked? Let's spam in Wicked. It's our first time. Show us your keyboard. Taeha types abandoned Blackpink. I don't know if he watches Blackpink. No, not Hotshot Nidalee GG. Oh, keyboards are wicked. There you go. That's a good one. I like that. Keyboards are wicked without the E. What? Keyboards are wicked. It's a good pun on his name. Nice. Alright. Let's send you guys off to Wicked's way. Yeah, tomorrow 3:30 p.m. we'll be streaming. Thank you guys all for watching today's stream. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day or night wherever you guys are. Consider following me on my other socials too if you guys are on other socials. So I love you all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. So until then, see ya nerds.